And then, of course, Celtic lost their Invincibles record there this season. What would happen today? Commentary comes from Liam McLeod.
Demi Mitchell's back for Hearts, having finished his recuperation at parent club Manchester United in time to feature in Hearts' season end. Adaw and Callaghan are also drafted in as Hearts protect their unbeaten Tynecastle record. Brendan Rodgers has Moussa Dembele free from injury. He starts alongside on-form Odsonne Edouard. Scott Bain is in goal instead of Craig Gordon. Celtic crowned champions for the 7th successive season a week ago. It's all about enjoying themselves towards the end of the campaign. That's a terrible challenge there by Naismith on Brown, his former international teammate. It's horrendous. And Craig Levein eager for his team to finish the season strongly. He started this game strongly. Souttar's forced it into the net. It's not going to count though. Well, Bobby Madden spotted something. And Scott Bain's been bailed out here because he wasn't decisive. This is Jackie Adaw, Lafferty and Cowie. Here's Moore. And this is Lafferty! 1-0! Stunning finish! And Heart of Midlothian, who stuck 4 past Brendan Rodgers Celtic in December in ending their invincible run, lead here again. The Ulsterman Lafferty with a cracker. The Hearts haven't beaten Celtic twice at home in the one season since the mid-80s, but they are on their best unbeaten home run since then. They've not lost since they came back here. Free kick to defend now though. Olivier Cham and McGregor are over it. It is Cham. There's Boyata! Brilliant header! And it's 1-1 within a few minutes. Dedrick Boyata stole into the back post, stretched his neck muscles, and that is an expert header. Brown. Oh, brilliant kill by Forrest. What a season he has had. And he's got it through here to Dembele. McLaughlin out to meet him. But Celtic so very nearly turning it on its head in a very, very short space of time. It's wonderful stuff from James Forrest initially. And a convincing win in each of the fixtures so far between these two this season. 2 for Celtic, 1 for Hearts here. Spectacularly. And Souttar's in trouble. It's Dembele! And John Souttar heaves a massive sigh of relief because he would have been culpable. Glorious day in the capital. Edinburgh Derby to come for Hearts on Wednesday. They will be up for that, you can guarantee. Rogic. Oh, it's a brilliant ball! Dembele! And from behind, the champions lead! Well, what about the ball from Tom Rogic? It's straight from the top drawer. And Dembele still had plenty to do here. Great first touch, great take, great goal, 2-1 Celtic. Celtic the first team to score twice against Hearts at Tynecastle since they came back here. They only conceded 4 goals at Tynecastle before today. Here's Edouard and McGregor. Lovely burst of pace. Can only find the side net. It's terrific work by Callum McGregor. The Hearts know they will be finishing 6th, no matter what happens. Don't want things just to peter out though. Here's Scott Sinclair. It's Forrest! Couldn't have been much closer. And the joint level scorer at the top of the charts for Celtic this season with the man who teed him up there, Scott Sinclair. And Brown has taken a sore one. Celtic play on. Here's Forrest as they look to kill the game, and there's a lovely reverse for Armstrong. Berra clears, it's bounced off Rogic, and it comes back off the post. Oh, very close. Again, it's good build-up play by Celtic. A professional display from them today. Well, Brendan Rodgers must have feared the worst, with memories of that big defeat here in December, the end of the 69-game unbeaten domestic run. That's Suter helping it on. Comfortable enough for Bain. Just the one behind. Hearts always in the game. This is Roberts. Terrific work against Mitchell. Here's Forrest. Not his best. That's been shooting more with the left foot in recent times. Good play by Roberts initially. Celtic finish the season against Kilmarnock at home, and then a double header at Celtic Park when they face Aberdeen a week today. Here's Armstrong. He's got Sinclair waiting for the tap in, and it's three. And it's the end of a goal drought for Sinclair, who just loves scoring against Heart of Midlothian. His hat-trick helped seal last season's title here, and this has sealed another 3 points for the champions.
Any defeat's very disappointing, especially the manner, went 1-0 up, and I think we had a disallowed goal before that, which was, I don't know what the referee was seeing.
Did you ask Bobby Mann about why he didn't allow that goal?
Yeah, he just said the keeper got pushed, but then I think we've seen it again. It's clearly he's not being pushed, he just mistrusts the ball, and it's football, small margins make the difference, but I won't use that as an excuse.
It was virtually impossible to build the game from behind, to play football that supporters want to see, but we weren't able to do that because of the risk in the pitch. It was so dry and so long, so we had to go a little bit more direct on it. But the players then played really well in the other half of the pitch, and coped with it very well. And like you say, the goals were brilliant. Tom's pass for the second goal, Moose's touch and finish, and then a real good combination play between Stu and Scott to score. So yeah, very satisfying. A different way to win from last week, but still 3 points and happy.
And celebrity Celtic fan for the day, Kieran Tierney. I think he enjoyed that. I don't think Scott Brown enjoyed this, though, from Stephen Naismith. And I wonder, James McFadden, will the compliance officer be having a look at that?
Absolutely. Yes, he absolutely will. I think Stephen Naismith knows what he's doing. The comments previously from Craig Levine about Scott Brown and bullying and what he gets away with. Challenge. I think Naismith was put in there not to go and hurt Scott Brown, but maybe to try and stand up to the physical challenge of Scott Brown. That's intentional, though, isn't it?
Of course it is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
What about this? Is this a red card?
That's not intentional for me. I don't think it's a red card.
Not
he goes to win the ball and hooks his foot round the side of it.
Isn't that endangering the safety of a player?
He's looking at the ball for me, Jonathan. I don't think he's deliberately stamped on.
Yeah. He's not trying to kick him.
He's trying to get the ball.
Scoop the ball inside.
Yeah.
And it looks bad, but
trying
the
to
first one,
the ball inside.
Scoop. Yes.
Okay. In terms of controversial decisions, this game had plenty. Disallowed goal. I mean, there's nothing wrong with this.
It's a really bad decision. If anything, it's the Celtic player that's impeding Bain, and he comes out and completely flaps at it. It's a really good and legitimate goal, and he should have stood.
I don't know what the referee's saying. He's miles away. Bain is hindered, but
it seems like you cannot touch a keeper,
well,
doesn't it? I mean, it's
a huge moment for Hearts, this as well. I mean, at this point, they could have gone on, and of course, they scored the goal. I mean, it could have been a different story altogether.
It could have been, and that's them now lost their unbeaten home run that they'd been on, which had been incredible. But that was a big turning point in the match, no doubt about it.
Absolutely, because they've enjoyed the green grass of home at Tynecastle, and very good, isn't it? Because Brendan Rodgers, he mentioned that he thought the surface was a bit too lush, Stephen.
It's not the first time a club's left their grass a wee bit long. Celtic are the best football team playing in the country, so you're going to slow the pitch down when they're coming to town. I don't blame Hearts for doing it. I don't think it's worth mentioning for Brendan Rodgers. You've won 3-1. Get over it a bit.
Well, exactly. Let's have a look at the action, because it was a good win for Celtic in the end.
Yeah, I thought this was a foul initially on Scott Brown. Yeah, and it's a great goal from Kyle Lafferty, but Boyata should do better. He's trying to pass him on to Aya. He's got to get back. He ambles back. Aya's left with a decision. He goes to the ball, but touch and finish.
It's great striker play from Lafferty. Chest, spin, into the space. Quick counter-attack from Hearts, and it's a fantastic finish, but that's what you're looking for.
And this is, again, a bit of bad luck for Hearts. offside. Boyata,
Great header.
a phenomenal header, but offside. And you know, this is a mistake, an obvious mistake. But what about the quality of this pass?
Unbelievable
This
pass.
is on long grass as well. An unbelievable pass. Only Tom Rogic could have played that. Late on in the match, Hearts need to do better from their setup from the throw-in. It's too passive. Waltzing into the box unchallenged. And an easy finish, although made to look hard slightly by Scott Sinclair. I think Celtic deserved to win on the second half performance. I thought Hearts in the first half really ran them close, and they were unlucky in the match with a few of the bigger decisions.
Hugely entertaining match as well, James. What was essentially a meaningless game.
Well, I think it shows the professionalism of both sides. You know, Hearts really went for it, and as Tomo says, I thought they were really good in the first half, Hearts, but they were struggle to keep that momentum. You know, that energy.
Intensity.
Yeah, I think they were going to struggle. And Celtic, at times you think, have they just, is it one game maybe too far? Have they got an eye in the cup final?
I thought they would make more changes. I thought,
But it shows the fact that they want to go and win the remaining games and set up a momentum going into the cup final, and that's what you would expect.
Well, there's an injury to Odson Edouard as well, Stephen, and
Yeah.
obviously the cup final not far away now.
It's maybe not ideal if it's a muscle injury, a hamstring injury. He might be looking at missing the final, which would be heartbreaking for him. They took off Dembele precautionary. Griffiths wasn't well, so he didn't even travel to the game. So things to think about for Celtic. But it was a professional performance from him, and Hearts put up a good fight. But it's interesting that Brendan Rodgers is going to play his strongest team and try and go into this final with real momentum. Only Kieran Tierney missing from probably his strongest lineup, really.
Very briefly, James, a lot of chat about Odson Edouard perhaps moving to Celtic on a permanent basis. Can you see that happening? Do you think that should happen?
Yeah, I think so. I think the last, 4 or 5 games especially, he's been excellent. He's a real threat. I think for me he's a bit of a mixture of Griffiths and Dembele. He wants to go behind, he'll hold it up. He's got a bit of everything for me.